Hi, good morning, everyone. And today I'm going to talk about Chapter 5 Functions and Graphs. Without further ado, let me go to the next slide. So, before I begin, let me write down the question first. The question here is you are asked to sketch this y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 3. Okay, with this quadratic equation, so why is it a quadratic equation? Okay, you can see the highest power of the equation is 2 and you have an equal sign. So these are the two features of a quadratic equation. So I hope you remember the way to complete the square for quadratic equations. Okay, if you have forgotten, it's alright. Go back and watch one of my videos on quadratic equations completing the square. Over here, I will demonstrate to you once again how you can use completing the square method to solve this equation. Okay, over here, this right hand side of the equal sign is x squared minus 2x plus 3. What you can do is you can write it down here, and you can equate to 0 first. Yep. Next, what you do is bring this plus 3 to the other side. Okay, so your plus 3 is your constant term here. Okay, over here. So this is your constant term. The plus sign is included. So your constant term plus 3, you move it to the other side. So you get minus 3. Right? Now, so what you need to do is you need to think of adding a c to the left hand side such that this 3 terms can give you something that looks like this. Alright? So since you have added a plus c on the left hand side here, so you have to plus a c over here to balance the equation. Okay, in mathematics, let me emphasize this once again. In mathematics, you can transform the question given, but remember not to change the value. Okay, so over here I have added in a plus c on the left hand side. In order not to change the value or the equation given by the question, I have to add another plus c on the right to balance the equation. Okay, so now the question is, what constant c here I'm going to put here so that I can achieve something in this format below. Okay, so I hope you can see. You can actually add a 1 here. Okay, if you add a 1 here, your question mark here will be 1. Okay, I hope you can see the transformation from here to here is using this a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, which is equal to a minus b bracket to the power of 2. Okay, so this is one of the formulas I ask students to memorize. Okay, this will come in handy when you need it, like questions like this. So now, since this left hand side, you can express it in this format. So over here you can actually, so your C here is also plus 1. So over here your right hand side is equal to minus 2. Now what you need to do is just have to bring back your minus 2 to the left hand side. So you will end up with plus 2 here equals to 0. Okay, so therefore what it means is your this we use a highlighter, your this right hand side, these three terms can actually be expressed in this format. Okay, by using completing square method. Okay, so therefore I can write down my y is actually equal to x minus 1 bracket to the power of 2 plus 2. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, and this is the question after completing the square. Alright, okay, so now before I move forward, let me take out this. Okay, because I would like to use this sketch, okay, to sketch my graph. So the question given from the previous slide can be expressed in this format after completing the square. So what I'm going to do now is, so let me first start off with a general graph. Okay, y is equal to x squared. Okay, if you have your y is equal to your x squared, what you have is this. So let me draw this. What I need to do here is I need to draw the x and y axis. Okay, so over here is your x axis and this is your y axis. Okay, and now what you need to do is you need to draw the curve, and for y is equal to x squared. Okay, so let me give my x axis, let me label the x and y axis. Okay, over here is the origin, and over here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 1, 2, minus 3. For the y-axis, it's your 1, 2, 4, and for the negative side of the y-axis, it's 1, 2. Alright, okay, so with the labels done, and what you can do is you can actually give yourself a table, and you can actually give yourself a table, because in order to sketch, what you need to do is need some values of your x and y. Okay, so for x and y, so I hope you can see if your, okay, in order to have a good range of values for both x and y, it's good to have x is equal to -1. So this covers the negative side of the x-axis, and the next value for x is equal to 0, and the next value for x is +1. Okay, so with these three values, -1, 0, and 1 for x, you have actually covered the negative side, 0, and positive side. Okay, this is the bare minimum you need to have. Okay, sometimes you might need more points, sometimes you might just need the three of this. Okay, so let me just use these 3 points and see what I get. So over here I have a +1, I have a -1 for x value, so I sub it into this equation. So what I will get 1. So when my x equals 0, 0 square is 0 for my y value, right? Okay, so when x is equal to 1, I put it into this equation. X is equal to x to the power of 2, you will get y equals to 1. Okay, so looks like I have 3 points. So let me mark down my 3 points first. So I have my this -1, 1. So I have my 0, 0. Then I also have my 1 and 1. Okay, so with this you can actually start to sketch your graph. But it seems like I need more points. Okay, I need more points because I want to see how it looks like beyond this point and this point. Okay, so let me give myself just 2 more points. So what if I have x is equal to -2? What do I have for y? So -2 bracket to the power of 2, you will get 4. Alright, so for the positive side, when x is equal to 2, so 2 to the power of 2 is 4, so y is equal to 4 as well. Okay, so I have another 2 points. So -2, 4, 2 and 4. Okay, so you can see that I can actually start to sketch this equation. Okay, so I'm using freehand, so it might not look very good, but it should be good enough. Okay, so start to draw the right hand side and now complete the left hand side. So complete the left hand side. Okay, it doesn't look very well, but let me just try one more time. So I know it's hard, so try your best. Try your best, yeah. Or rather, I try my best over here. Okay, so the key here is um your this this and this. Okay, they must be symmetrical. Okay, with the y-axis as the line of reflection. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, so this, okay, get rid of this. So the statement here, it means, so if your y-axis is your line of reflection, right? So basically your y-axis acts as a mirror. Okay, so if you have a square here, so if you have a mirror, okay, if your y-axis is your mirror, so you have your this square here, so how your square looks like in the mirror. Okay, so your mirror image of your this square should be here, right? It should look like this, right? Okay, so your this square and your this square, now they are symmetrical, and the y-axis is actually the line of reflection here. Okay, so similarly, the part here, okay, should be symmetrical to this part. Okay, so yep, so you should get a mirror image. So that's the key now to judge whether your this curve is a good curve, okay, or good enough. All right, so you have already drawn the this equation. So what you need to do now is label the equation. Okay, so label your x-axis, y-axis, and label your graph. Okay, so this is the way to sketch your y is equal to your x squared. Okay, now compare your this y is equal to x to the power of 2 to this. Alright, okay, so before I move to sketch this, which is the graph, or which is the question we need to sketch, let me start off with this first. Can you see this is similar to this? The difference is you have a -1 here. Okay, so how do you deal with this -1? So if you have a -1 here, what you need to do is your curve is actually move. This curve actually move to the right hand side by 1 unit. Okay, so let me just get the arrow here so that I have more space here later. So your original curve y is equal to x to the power of 2, and if you have a -1 inside the bracket, yes, so it must be inside the bracket. Okay, so this entire curve is actually moved to the right by 1 unit. You have -1. So if you have -2 inside the bracket, so this original curve is moved to the right hand side by 2 units. So similarly, if you have a +1, this curve should move to the left instead. Okay, so over here with this -1 here, I know that it should be moved to the right by 1 unit. Okay, so what you need to do is, so instead of starting from the 0 for this point, you should start from here. Okay, so let me use a different color. And let me use a different color. And then this point, you should move here as well. This point, you should move here as well. Okay, so let me draw the right hand side. Okay, so just now the y-axis x as the line of reflection, right? So right now your line of reflection will be this line. Okay, the line of reflection is actually also moved to the right by 1 unit. So the line of reflection is this line right now. Okay, so just now you have your y-axis as the line of reflection, but since you have this -1, so everything must move to the right by 1 unit. So the line of reflection is here right now, which is your x is equal to 1. Alright, line of reflection for your this curve. Now similarly, these 2 points must also move to the right by 1 unit. So over here, okay, so start to draw your left hand side, or rather the red image. Alright, okay, so now you have your y is equal to x -1 bracket to the power of 2. Alright, so now let me complete the question. So you have another +2, right? So when you have +2 here, what you need to do is you should bring your this curve up by 2 units. Okay, if you have a +2 here, you should bring your the curve of this one, you should bring it. Okay, so you should see it like this. Okay, so you have already sketched out this part, right? So this part +2, so is this curve in red should move up by 2 units because it's +2. Okay, so it's -2 here, so you should bring it down by 2 units. So this entire curve, you must bring it up by 2 units. So you start from your 1 and 0. So now you start with 2 and 0. let me use another color. Alright, so let me give myself some space. Okay. Alright, so next, your this point, which is your point? Okay, here. So this point is your 2 and 1, right? So now this point will move up 2 units, so it should start from 3. Okay, and similarly, this point should move up to here. Okay, and this is your 3, and 4, right? So it move up to 5. Okay, which is this is what? Okay, this is your okay. I let me double check. So it's 2, 1. Okay, so you move up, yeah, by 2 unit. Okay, good. So it's 3. So over here is 3 and 4. So it move up. So it move 6, which is here. So similarly, this one move 6. What you do? Sketch. Sketch the mirror image. Okay, alright. So this is your y 1 to 2 and 2. Okay, so for this question, okay, so I start with the basic curve, which is here. I start off with the basic curve first, okay, which is the one in black, and there are 2 transformations. Okay, there are 2 transformations here. So the first transformation is given by this -1 inside the bracket, which you need to move to the right by 1 unit, and then you will end up with your the curve in red. Okay, and next, the second transformation is this entire curve here in red actually should be moved up by 2 because you have a +2 here. So you will end up with your blue curve. Okay, so with this, you have actually sketch your this curve. Okay, so this is one way to look at this question. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video, and I will end my video here for today, and I will do more. Hope to see you again. Bye.